You've got a car loan at 6% interest. You have an extra $5,000 sitting in your bank account. Every financial guru on the internet is screaming at you to pay off that debt early. But what if I told you that in most cases, paying off your car loan early is actually the wrong move financially? I'm going to show you the math that dealerships and finance companies don't want you to see, the opportunity cost that Dave Ramsey won't talk about, and the one question that will tell you exactly whether you should pay off your car early or invest that money instead. By the end of this video, you'll know the real answer, and it might surprise you. Let's start with why this question even matters. The average car payment in America right now is about $730 a month. The average loan term is almost 6 years, and interest rates on auto loans are sitting anywhere between 5 and 12% depending on your credit. So you've got this payment hanging over your head every month. It feels like a weight. You want it gone, I get it, and then you hear all these financial experts saying debt is bad. Debt is the enemy. Pay it off as fast as possible. Be debt free. That sounds good. It feels good emotionally. But is it actually the smartest financial move? Here's the thing nobody talks about. Not all debt is created equal. There's bad debt and there's acceptable debt. Bad debt is high interest credit card debt at 22%. That's an emergency. Pay that off immediately. But a car loan at 5 or 6%? That's not an emergency. That's a tool. And like any tool, you need to know when to use it and when not to. So let's run the actual numbers and see what makes sense. Let's say you owe $25,000 on your car. Your interest rate is 6%. You've got 4 years left on the loan. Your monthly payment is about $587. You just got a bonus at work. $5,000 after taxes. Now you've got a decision. Do you throw that $5,000 at the car loan or do you invest it? Most people's gut says pay off the debt. Get rid of it. Feels good. But let's look at what actually happens. If you pay an extra $5,000 toward your car loan right now, you'll save about $840 in interest over the life of the loan. That's real money, not nothing. But here's what people don't calculate. What if you invested that $5,000 instead? The stock market historically returns about 10% per year on average. Some years more, some years less, but over time, about 10%. If you invest that $5,000 in a basic S&P 500 index fund and leave it for 4 years at 10% annual returns, you'll have about $7,300. Now, subtract the $840 in interest you would have saved by paying off the car early. You're still up about $1,900 by investing instead of paying off the loan. $1,900 just for making a different choice with the same $5,000. But wait, it gets better. Now, let's say you don't just have a one-time $5,000 bonus. Let's say you're thinking about paying an extra $200 a month toward your car loan until it's paid off. If you do that, you'll pay off your car about a year and a half early. You'll save around $1,500 in interest. Again, real money. But what if you invested that extra $200 a month instead? Over 4 years at 10% returns, that's not just $9,600. Because of compound interest, it's actually about $11,400. Subtract the $1,500 you would have saved in interest. You're ahead by $9,900, almost $10,000. Same money, different choice. This is what financial people call opportunity cost. When you pay off low interest debt early, you're not just saving on interest. You're also giving up whatever that money could have earned if you invested it instead. And here's the kicker. Your car is going down in value every single day. It's a depreciating asset. The second you drove it off the lot, it lost value. It will never be worth more than it is right now. So you're taking money that could be growing at 10% per year and using it to pay off a loan on something that's losing value at 15 to 20% per year. That's backwards. Now I know what some of you are thinking, but I hate having debt. I just want it gone. The peace of mind is worth more than the math. I hear you. And honestly, that's a valid feeling. Money is emotional. If the debt is keeping you up at night, maybe paying it off is the right move for you personally. But let me challenge that thinking for a second. Why does car debt feel so much worse than other kinds of debt? You probably have a mortgage, that's debt, but most people don't panic about their mortgage the way they panic about a car payment. Here's why. You've been conditioned to think of car loans as bad because the financial advice industry makes money by telling you debt is the enemy. Dave Ramsey built an empire on the debt-free lifestyle. He's worth $200 million. You know how he made that money? Selling books and courses to people who are terrified of debt. I'm not saying he's wrong about everything. High interest debt is absolutely an emergency, but treating a 5% car loan the same way you treat a 24% credit card is financial malpractice. And here's the thing they don't tell you. Being completely debt free actually makes you financially weaker in some situations. If you take every extra dollar and throw it at your car loan, and then 6 months from now you lose your job or have a medical emergency, that money is locked in the car. You can't get it back out. You can't sell a piece of your car to pay rent. But if you had invested that money, you could pull it out if you needed to. It's liquid, it's accessible. So sometimes keeping the low interest debt and building your investments actually gives you more financial security, not less. So here's the one question that will tell you whether you should pay off your car early or not. Is your car loan interest rate higher than what you can reasonably expect to earn by investing? If your car loan is at 12% and the stock market averages 10%, pay off the car. You're losing money by not paying it off. If your car loan is at 4% and the market averages 10%, invest the money. You're giving up free gains by paying off the car early. It's that simple. Now, there are two exceptions to this rule. Exception number one, if you have high interest debt like credit cards, pay those off first. Nothing beats a guaranteed 20% return by eliminating credit card debt. Exception number two, if you're not disciplined enough to actually invest the money and you know you'll just spend it on stuff you don't need, then yeah, pay off the car. At least you're getting some benefit. But if you can be honest with yourself and commit to investing that money, the math is clear. Low interest car loans should be the last debt you pay off, not the first. And here's one more thing most people don't think about. Your car loan is fixed. If inflation goes up, your payment stays the same, but your dollars are worth less. That means inflation is actually helping you pay off the loan with cheaper money. Meanwhile, your investments can grow faster than inflation over time, so you're winning on both sides. So let's recap. Should you pay off your car loan early? If your interest rate is low, like under 7%, and you're disciplined enough to invest the money instead, no. Keep the loan and invest. If your interest rate is high, like over 10%, or you have high interest debt elsewhere, yes, pay it off. If the debt is causing you serious psychological stress and you genuinely can't sleep at night, then pay it off for your mental health. Money isn't just math, it's emotional too. But for most people, with most car loans, paying it off early is leaving money on the table. You're giving up compound growth to eliminate low-cost debt on a depreciating asset. That's not smart. That's just what you've been told to do. The financially optimal move is to make your regular payment, invest everything extra, and let your money grow while inflation eats away at your fixed loan balance. Does it feel as satisfying as being debt-free? No. But in 20 years, when you've got an extra $50,000 in your investment account because you made the smart choice instead of the emotional one, you'll be glad you did the math. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment and tell me your car loan interest rate. Just the rate. I'll tell you whether you should pay it off early or invest. And if you've been paying extra on your car loan, and this video just made you realize you've been doing it wrong, don't beat yourself up. You didn't know, now you do. Share this with anyone you know who's throwing extra money at a car loan when they could be building wealth instead. And if you want me to break down other debt payoff strategies or explain whether you should pay off student loans early or dive into mortgages, let me know what to cover next. The goal isn't to stay in debt forever. The goal is to use debt strategically while building wealth as fast as possible. Now, you know how